Hello everyone, I'm Esperanza Walsh, and this is Art from the Heart at St. Augustine's Church. And due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are still doing our session remotely. And today is a very special subject, which would carry on for the next 2 to 3 weeks. We are doing artworks in a cubist perspective. As we can see here, for this art piece, we have painted a heart, but again, it's from a cubist perspective. So I am going to teach you how to do this type of artwork using watercolor. You can use other medium for this. You can use different media actually. You can use oil, acrylic, um, in synthetic cubism. You can even do something like a collage using, let's say, newspaper. We'll uh, go through all of that in the next few weeks. So for this one, let's start. And we'll start with a two-dimensional subject, which is the heart. Okay, for the art piece that we have initially created, we've used this pattern made of a paper cutout in the shape of a heart. And we will do the same thing for this session's activity. And to do that, we would need a sheet of paper. Okay, so this is an A4 sheet of paper. Okay, and I'm just folding this into two. So now it's approximately an A5 sheet of paper that's left, and we will fold it again. So we fold it in the middle, like so. And then we will cut it in this manner to create a heart. So we will start with the curved portion. And then there is our heart. Okay, for this particular activity, I will not use this, but you can use any color at home. You can use a white sheet of paper at home. But for this one, I will not use it because on screen, you might not be able to see the pattern clearly. So I will use the one I've initially cut earlier. And once you have this, we can start. So I will now, sorry, bear with me. Okay, I will now draw an outline of this heart using it as a pattern. Okay, I'm gonna use another pencil. Yes. Okay, we can do it like that or like that. The heart can face anywhere, but I just wanted to face this way because I find it more exciting. Or you can also do it like this. Okay. Okay, let me do it like this for this session so that it's easier to see on screen. But again, you can change the orientation of the art piece depending on your preference. And I still would like the heart to remain a little bit slanted to one side. Yes, I want a little bit over, but that's okay. The point here is that I am drawing the outline of a heart because this is our subject. And it's not just any heart, it's two-dimensional heart. So again, if we look at it, the only other side we will see would be more of a straight line of different length. So we will not use that, we will only use this side. Okay, so from here, I'm going to draw parts of the heart. Okay, so I'm going to draw part of this part of the heart. I'm going to end here in the middle. And for this side, I am going to follow the edges. So I'm going to create the outline based on this side, edges. And I'm going to end here where the tip of the heart ends. So now I have this. So I have the whole heart. and part of the heart overlapping. Now, we can also view the heart from a different direction. So in this case, I just want to draw the whole heart, because as the artist, that's my preference. I want to draw the whole heart in this direction. It could be from the other direction. But the point in Cubism is that we should be able to see different planes or perspectives of the subject in one plane. So this is our plane. Okay, so now I will close this off. And I will stop here, let's say here. Okay, so now I just have these two lines to close off. And you know what? Let me close that off with this shape. This part of the heart. So this shape is not as detailed and complicated as this one. Okay, for this one we have filled the whole piece of paper with the sections of this pattern, this heart. But for this one, we've only drew it in the middle. Okay, of course we can extend that to the side as well, simply by drawing a line, let's say like this from the side of the heart, like this from this side. But what we're going to do here is just to focus on what we have here in the middle. Okay, so now I just want to see if it looks balanced. And you know what? It does not look balanced. There seems to be a concentration of lines here, the space here, and spaces here. So what we're going to do is to eliminate that imbalance. So to do that, I'm just going to draw part of the heart, this side, like so. Another piece here, like so. And then here, I have to create the balance. So I maybe just turn it around. And like that, maybe this part. Okay, now the only imbalance I see is this part. Okay, so maybe I can do this. Okay, no, not maybe, I really can do this. Oh, why don't we do that? Let's make the tip meet the end, meet the other tip on the drawing. And then for this one, okay. Yeah, let's use this side of the heart. And let's use this side. So again, all these lines are part of the outline. Okay, and I'm using this bit here, like so. And maybe one more here. Okay, and I think we're good to go. We're ready to paint. Again, we're just painting inside, but if we would like to do so, we can do it like this for the whole page. This is another example, but this is in pencil, but the concept is the same, from dark to light or light to dark, and it can be from any direction as long as the direction is consistent. So for now, we have to start painting because we finish our sketch. And to do that, I will need two brushes. Okay, this brush would be for my water, and this one would be for the watercolor paint. So using these two brushes, I can now start And the first thing I'm gonna do would be to paint 2/3 of a certain area with just water. Okay. By the way, I've already chose my color. I've selected it. It's burnt umber. It's because we're doing more of an analytic cubist art piece. So it's just one color, um, one plane. Okay. Oh, and I chose, sorry, and I chose this side to be dark and this side to be light. So that pattern must be followed for all of the other areas. So this is my next one. Okay, again, I am going to paint this with water, 2/3 water, so approximately up to here. There we go. And then similar to the first one, we will start painting the other end. And let me just turn it around. Okay, we're going to start painting the other end with burnt umber and just spreading it through the area we initially painted with water. Okay, so far so good. So that's our heart, and the rest are other parts of the heart. I mean, other parts of our yeah, subject. That's right. So again, same process. So 2/3. Okay. And again, we spread it towards the area that we painted with water. Okay, now this one has been drying quite fast, so we need to help it out with our other brush with water, because what we have to create would be a smooth gradient, a transition of colors from light to dark. And if it doesn't do it naturally, we have to add water to help it. Okay, so far we have those three um, small areas painted. So now we move on to the next row. Okay, again 2/3 water. And then I'm gonna get my paint, turn the art piece around, and then start here on this side. And then just paint it with water. Okay. Again, I'm gonna help it a little bit. Fantastic. That is amazing. Oh, okay, now we'll do the next one. Again, 2/3 water. And then our paint. Let me see if I can do it from this side. I can, but it's a bit a little bit more challenging than turning the sheet of paper around. But I think it's better because you can see it better on your end. Okay, well done us. Okay, next one would be this. Again, 2/3 water. And yes, the reason why I'm leaving spaces is to prevent uh, the paint from bleeding into each other. So once they're dry, we will do those areas in between. Oh dear, okay, too much paint. Okay, let me just move it a bit so you can see it better. There we go. Okay, each art piece would look different because we will be using different parts of the subject, the pattern, in this case, the heart. So your art piece would not look like this. It would be slightly different based on the sides you have chosen to draw. But in essence, the way of painting it and putting it together is the same. By that I mean all of the artworks done in a cubist manner would show the different planes of the subject in one plane, and it would also show that transition in color. Okay, so now we go to this side again. 2/3, same rule, 2/3. And then we are going to paint it. We start from tip. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to lift the excess paint here because I don't want to create a puddle, because that is going to change the gradation of the paint. So it would create a space with higher concentration of paint, and we don't want that. We just want it to be from dark to light. So the next area is this one. Again, 2/3 of this area. And then we start with the paint at the opposite end. Really easy. The key here is just not to worry about the artwork. Okay, so I'm going to lift the excess paint here. And the tip I can give you to do this really well is just to relax when you're doing it. Actually, it's the same tip I'm going to give you in doing any sort of artwork. You should be relaxed and you should enjoy it. Do not give yourself any pressure. Okay. Okay. Now I need this brush, my water brush, to lift the excess pigment, excess paint and pigment, so that it can show that smooth transition in color. Again, we don't want to have a puddle. Oops, I have painted over the line. Now I have to clean that, clean. Okay, so now, let me see. Yes, I can still paint this one, and then I can go back to that area. Okay, again, same process. Okay, so we continue. So we just continue the process. Again, I will start in this area. So just paint it with water, 2/3 of it. And then I will get some burnt umber. And then just paint it from this side. Okay, I would need to turn this one around. Okay. And with a little help from the other brush, we can even out the paint. And if there's any excess paint or excess water, we need to lift that to prevent the formation of any puddle. There we go. Again, it's just the same process for each these small areas. Okay, so we repeat that again for this one, 2/3. Okay. Wow, we're doing very well. Okay, so we begin on this side again. So this area, 2/3 again. Yes, I'm able to manage it from here, or maybe not. So let me just turn it towards me, just to make it easier to paint. Okay, and again with the help of my handy dandy brush. And a little bit of water. Again, a little bit of water, not too much water. I think I put too much, it's going to drip, so I need to remove the excess. I have to lift it. Oh, beautiful. I can see the heart. I can see the shapes that the outline of the heart created. So again, I repeat the process. I paint water in this area. That's 2/3 of the area of this, the area that was created here. Okay, so now we paint this bit. Okay, again, we need to balance it. If there's too much there. Okay, and then we continue this one. So 2/3 of this. Wow, it's looking really good. Okay, we are getting there. Now we cannot paint here because the color is going to bleed into the color here. So we have to move a little bit here upwards. And again, paint 2/3 with water. Okay, wow, we're doing pretty well. So now we start here. So again, 2/3 water. Okay, there we go. Now we do this part. Again, same thing. 2/3 water, and then we start painting the other end with burnt umber. Okay, then we move on to this one. Yes, the surrounding area is dry now. 2/3 water. And then we paint this bit. Oops. And then we lift some of the paint off. Okay, so now it's just this area and this area. Yes, I haven't forgotten about this area. And now it's time to paint it. Oops. Okay. Now we go back to this area, which is the last part. Okay, so we have finished our cubist painting. So do you see the heart? And do you see um, facets of that heart? I hope you enjoyed the session, and I hope you enjoyed Cubism because we are going to have more of this. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.